MBO Channel News, where news is real. News update.
I've been given 5 years by the people of this country. I've imposed strictures on myself and said, I want to do these things in 3 years. So I don't have the time to waste. The people of this country don't have time to wait. And so, any and every procedure, process, thought pattern that is dilatory, that inhibits quick, agile execution, must from today give up its existence. Today. Things are going to be done. They are going to be done very quickly. They are going to be done very efficiently. They are going to be done in the best interest.
Before we proceed with the full speech, it is important to note that it was delivered by Botswana's President Duma Boko during the groundbreaking ceremony of the Mount 500 megawatt solar PV plant with battery storage. Let us now listen to the speech.
In an environment where negativity has been elevated into a national pastime, we have to deliver in these circumstances. It is these circumstances that shape and mold the kinds of leaders that we are, and they test our resolve. It is in these circumstances that we have to deliver. These are the best circumstances any leader can deal with. I certainly am having the time of my life, I must tell you, and tell you openly. Having a lot of fun dealing with these pressing, trenchant problems and challenges that strike at every step of advance. Nothing could be more interesting to any leader than to receive tests of this nature and magnitude, so that at some point when I walk away, I will say, I did the very best for the country and the people. That's all I'm about. And in delivering, we have to contend with a concentration of structural and attitudinal bottlenecks. Structural because some of the laws and some of the practices and some of the policies are themselves archaic, not wired for quick decision making. Land allocation, land distribution, conferment of secure land title documentation takes an inordinate amount of time because of structural limitations and constraints, which we will address on the trot. But they will not stop us. They will not deter. They will not delay. And that is why when those discussions began in Oman, August, September, October of last year, it was completely inconceivable that we would be here today to launch this project. On the normal, routine, habitual, applicable timelines, we shouldn't be here. We are here because we've broken free of the old mold of how things are done. We are here because we've defied habit and routine, suppositions and presuppositions about what must happen in what period of time. That's why when I was told 1 month, I said you have 1 night to render a resolution. And when they said 6 months, I said, I don't have 3 days. You're going to have to do it in less. And that's the style now. And my mantra is simply this, and I share it with you. Yesterday is ideal. Tomorrow is too late. That's the way. Yesterday is ideal. The ideal time to have done any and everything is yesterday. Tomorrow is too late. Things have to be done. We are in a race against time. And time in its ceaseless and endless rush takes no casualties. It doesn't wait for anybody. So this is the first. This was the litmus test. We're going to have many more projects. This year, they are going to happen. I declare and I decree. Here and now. And when I do, I defy the three-dimensional reality. I defy what you see. I see beyond this three-dimensional, pitiless constraint and limitation. I see a Botswana reimagined. And reality must realign itself with that Botswana that we all imagine. That is now operating perhaps at the level of prophecy, but it is happening. We speak, and the challenge with government, the challenge with our institutions, the challenge with all of us and our attitudes is that everything begins and ends at the level of talk. Government has been miserable. It has failed at execution, implementation. That's the biggest challenge of government. And so there has always been an intractable tension, if not an outright contradiction, between what government has pronounced and what government has delivered. I'm here to breach that chasm, to close that gap, to shut the gulf between intent and execution, action. The time between the spoken and action ceases to exist. They are fused, they are merged. You speak, you do. That's how it's going to be. And it has begun. So the temporal horizon is absolutely critical. We have timelines. We have to deliver. I've been given 5 years by the people of this country. I've imposed strictures on myself and said, I want to do these things in 3 years. So I don't have the time to waste. The people of this country don't have time to wait. And so any and every procedure, process, thought pattern that is dilatory, that inhibits quick, agile execution must from today give up its existence. Today. Things are going to be done. They are going to be done very quickly. They are going to be done very efficiently. They are going to be done in the best interest of the country and those who partner with it, especially the Sultanate of Oman, because they have demonstrated commitment, abiding, enduring commitment. And we will not disappoint them. We will not disappoint ourselves. And I stand firm on this. Nothing is going to waste anybody's time, much less mine. When the people protest, I say, go ahead and protest. Make it known that you're angry. And I love to see angry people. Because the most honest people on the face of the earth are two categories. People when they are drunk, people when they are angry. They'll tell you what they think. Not when they are in church praying. No, those ones will not tell you the truth. The people who will tell you the truth are angry people, drunk people. They don't sugarcoat. They'll tell you. And so those are the people I always want to hear. When they are angry and marching and protesting, as long as they are not breaking anything and breaking the law, I'm happy. But they must also understand the constraints within which we operate, the plane of reality within which their complaints are to be attended to. We have to do it together. And when I step into these areas, I don't brook no opposition. I don't brook no complaint. I want to deliver meticulously, clinically. That's what I'm here to do. And it is happening. The Omanis are best friends so far, and going forward, we will be together in many other projects, not just this one. There's the fuel storage. If we had sufficient levels of fuel storage, we would have not had any problem of astronomical increases in fuel price, because we would have had 6 to 9 months of storage we would have purchased long ago, and we would be able to ride the storm of the conflict out there. We've been at 14 days, 13 days, 15 days maxima. Very precarious, dangerous situation for any country. And that is why we are now in partnership with Oman to develop proper fuel storage facilities across the breadth and dimensions of this country, so that we insulate ourselves against some of these exogenous shocks. We become truly resilient. We will be in partnership with the Omanis in the area of mining and exploration. The landscape is changing. It's got to change. The laws are going to have to change. It's not negotiable. We're going to change the laws. We're going to debate intensely and change the laws to suit the kind of country that we want to build and leave for posterity. And that's why we have to work together. We have to involve private businesses, the private sector, so that we elevate our discourse from a desultory quibble about relative proportions of market and state into a discourse about the institutional arrangements by which we organize decentralized economic activity, what we call inclusive growth. Every political party speaks about inclusive growth. We all are agreed, all the parties here. There's no ideological divide. They will talk about inclusive growth. It's about the detail of what exactly this inclusive growth is and how it is brought about. It is the how, it is the strategy, not the vision. It is the strategy that takes us from the is, where we are, to where we ought to be in the shortest time. And we are here in the shortest amount of time, inaugurating this project. They said it will take about 30 months. I say it must take about 12. If we overstep, somewhere between 12 and 18 months, and it can be done. And I know our friends, our partners from Oman are fully capable of doing it. Why? Because I went to view a massive facility where they produce the panels, and they have deployed the best technology in the world. So we will not run short of the materials. And those panels are the best because they are specially tailored and suited to the irradiation levels here, where the conversion rate is way above the world average of 4.5 per square meter. Here it is 6. In Oman, 6.4. And those panels manufactured in Oman are specially designed for exactly our environment. So we have the best partners with the best technology, the best capabilities. Working together, we will deliver this project in the shortest amount of time, so that when you go to the next election, Member of Parliament, you can then say to the people, I delivered. I know you won't tell them it is the President of the Republic who fought amidst all the bluster and the opposition and the negativity. You will claim the credit, and it's all right. It's okay. So I would like to thank everybody. Thank all of you. Ke leboge Botswana botlhe. Go bua ga se go dira mme go bua go botlhokwa ka gore ko tshimologong gate go ne go na le lehoko kana mahoko a bo a na le modimo mahoko ya bo e le modimo ko ene a na laela gore a go nne le tse di ne tsa nna mme le nna gompieno ke bua mahoko ke a boela kgapetsa ke tlhomamisa ke itsebile ke sena pelaelo and the proudest host. So thank you very much to all of you. I hear complaints that the event is not being fully marketed. Please ramp up the marketing. Take it to the bedrooms and living rooms of all our people so that they come and support. And we can have light moments even in the face of the challenges that we have to wrestle with on a daily basis. When we were to close and sign, and I had to go to Oman, the security advice, in view of the volatility of the world we live in, and in particular the region around Oman, the security advice was that I should not travel to Oman, that it would be gravely risky and dangerous. And I had to make an election. Do I go and risk it all, or do I stay and delay? I chose to go, in spite of the advice. I communicated with His Excellency and indicated, because I traveled to France and Spain, I could not connect because I would fly over extremely dangerous territory. So I had to come here, and I requested His Excellency to avail the royal aircraft because I said it might have some anti-missiles. The Sultan of Oman obliged and sent his royal aircraft to come and collect me from here, take me to Oman. And in Oman, he insisted that I come stay with him at the royal palace. And so in Oman, temporarily, I was a king, treated like one, felt like one. And for that, I'm eternally grateful to you, Your Excellency, and in the ultimate instance, to His Majesty, the Sultan of Oman. I am grateful. We recognize the CEO of O-Green, Ashraf Al-Mamari, the CEO, the group CEO of O-Green, and the CEO, Mustafa Al-Hinai. Mustafa comes here regularly, gives very insightful observations, writes down stuff and shares it with me. Knowledgeable on many issues, and he is always ready to share his expertise and experience. We thank you very much. He's also a farmer. So those of you who are farmers, you have a friend and a partner in him. The managing director of All Green, Mr. Dmitry Borovikov. Thank you very much. The Minister, Minerals and Energy of the Republic of Botswana, Mebuholo Joy Kenewendo, we recognize your presence here. And the Permanent Secretary, the new Permanent Secretary, Mr. Don Haitzal. He was barely 2-3 days in office when I landed from Madrid and walked into a volatile meeting at which I made certain dangerous pronouncements. I said, this project will go ahead within the time set, and that was not negotiable. I indicated that any and everything that had to be done to make it happen must happen. If there were thousands of pages to be read in order to come to some agreement, reading of those pages would take place. And I said, professionals went to school at huge sacrifices by the people of this country to learn how to read bulky documents and make sense of them in the shortest time possible and enable decisions to be taken. And I am pleased that we are here today because it means they did not only come to listen and to hear, they also came to heed, and heed they did. So thank you very much to the Permanent Secretary and all those who worked so tirelessly to make this a reality. Thank the board of BPC. I was told it would take about a month to get a board resolution. I said, I don't have a month. If they have to meet in the middle of the night, they would have to do that, and by sunup, a decision had to be rendered. They responded. They met however they did, wherever they were. I'm told some of them were actually in hospital. Said, before you depart the earth, please decide for those you leave behind, even as we wished them health. And they decided, and we are here today. So thank you very much to the board. Thanks to the CEO, who also worked extremely hard. The CEO of the regulatory authority is not here. I didn't see him. Oh, Dr. Nevatsawa, I see you now. Thank you very much, and I'm aware of the demands that you've placed on me. I will respond to them fairly soon. So thank you very much to all of you for being here, and to the titans of industry. This is your moment. You must shine. So the people of this area, this is your project. You are going to make it work. I know you are going to support it because it will benefit you directly in the jobs that you will immediately enjoy and the other amenities that will come with the project. You've heard what this project is about, so I'll not take you through that. I will only encourage and say. Discussions, words were spoken, conversations were engaged in, intentions were expressed and publicly declared in instances. Those discussions led to visits to Oman by certain individuals and officials from the Office of the President and from the Ministry for International Relations. Serious, intense discussions were held in Muscat, Oman. Intense engagements. Firm commitments were declared, and a fresh and new narrative was scripted. In the course of all these exchanges, I made certain statements that have now assumed the lineament of prophecy. I declared and I decreed, something that I'm fond of doing, because I understand what I'm doing. I declare and I decree, I speak. I speak life to lifeless situations. That's what I do. And I did. And as I did, I heard the shell blasts of detractors, naysayers, and doom watchers. I heard it all. I remained impervious to the noise and the bluster of these doomsayers. So thank you very much, all of you, for being here. And from here, I hope I can get some rest. I've been on the road, yeah. It's been hectic. But it's the best time to be alive and the best time to serve one's country. When there are challenges, when we overcome, nobody will say it was providence. It's not providence, it's not luck, it's strategy, it's commitment, it's grit, determination, clinical, meticulous execution. And I thank all of you for the work that you've put in, you continue to put in for your country. Thank you so very much.
In conclusion, President Duma Boko's address at the groundbreaking of the Maun 500 megawatt solar PV plant with battery storage marks a defining milestone in Botswana's energy transformation. This ambitious project, developed in partnership with Oman, underscores the government's unwavering commitment to renewable energy, energy security, and sustainable economic diversification. As one of the largest solar initiatives in the region, it will significantly boost the national renewable energy mix, enhance grid stability, and create new opportunities for growth and job creation. President Boko's vision of delivering tangible results within his term reflects strong leadership and a clear focus on execution. This groundbreaking is not merely the start of a power plant, it is a bold step toward positioning Botswana as a regional renewable energy hub. The future of clean, reliable energy for our nation has truly begun.